Hey everyone, welcome to another video of opening decades-old canned foods. Today we'll be looking at baby foods. This small jar is from the 1990s. These three cans are from the 80s. This can here is empty, but we're still going to look at it because it was for babies. This is from the 1950s. I opened this in decades-old canned foods video 3. Here's an old can of molasses. And here's a can that was always a display item. Companies used to make these just for people that wanted to display them. It never contained anything. Let's start getting a look at these products. Heinz. Beginners and older. Golden sweet potatoes. Microwave instructions. It expired in April 1998, so that means it was probably manufactured 1996. Up next, we have 2 cans of this. We're only going to open one. Trial size, 19 cents. So this is like a sample. If you like the product, you'd go back to the store and buy a full-size container. This container is in really nice shape. And it's stamped underneath here. It expired 3/10/1985. This can is the exact same thing, but not in as good condition. Here we have a bigger container. It makes up to 4 servings. Instant baby food, apples, just add liquid. So this is a dry product. So this means they're probably going to be absolutely perfect because they were kept dry. I've learned from opening things many times, fruit does not hold up. Even after 20 years, it comes out black looking like motor oil. That stuff does not hold up well to time. Underneath here, it says June 91 is when it expired. So this was probably manufactured in 1989 because they have a 2 or 3 year shelf life. Okay, next, this we already opened a while back. It didn't look too bad because dehydrated food is supposed to come out. A lot of people thought it was mold. Mold is not going to form inside a sealed can. It just turned black because of the age. This is made in Brazil. And you see it says here for babies between 3 and 6 months. Back in the 50s, people didn't know that you're not supposed to give this kind of stuff to babies at such a young age. It's got the nice seal in the top of it here. You were actually supposed to open it like this, but I decided to open them from the bottom because I wanted them to look completely sealed. And it came with this paper inside of the food because it was a dry product. They used to put paper in there. This is what the product looked like. There's still a little bit of product inside of the label because I never cleaned it up. I actually want to frame this because it's so nice. I'm just going to make sure this focuses real fast so we can move on if anyone wants to read this. Okay. Up next, I bought this thing. It's an empty can, but it was really cool. Molasses from the 1950s. 3 pounds. Really nice graphics. This sold for 32 cents back in the 50s. And you open it just like a paint can. This was always a display item. Companies used to sell these. You can see it's dirty on top, clean on the bottom because it was probably sitting on someone's shelf. It's just a display item, never held food. Okay, let's start opening these things up. First one we're going to open up is the big can of apples. Now I'm going to put it into this bowl because we're going to add water and mix it up like the instructions say. You remove the resealable lid and you have a pull tab. This is an aluminum can. Open it up. That's what it looks like inside. It looks like goldfish flakes. What does that smell like? It doesn't smell like apples. It smells really citrusy. Not bad, though. So in the instructions, here's how we're going to make this. Up next, we're going to open up the bananas, see what they look like. Looks even drier, bigger flakes. What is this one going to smell like? Yep, I can smell the banana. That one doesn't smell too bad. And the instructions on this one, are they the same? 3 tablespoons to 1/4 cup water. Okay, we'll make some of that soon. That's the same one. And now we're going to open this one up. You see how it's pressed down? That means it's still sealed, but we can still open it up, see what it smells like. You see it's still very liquidy in there. Yep, it was sealed. Look at that. That looks the same as the new product. 23 years has not done much to it. Make that 25 years. Considering when it was manufactured, it still smells exactly the same. I just smelled the cap. But look in there, see it's a little bit brownish on the side there. Looks like some crud started growing in there. I'm not going to eat this, but I can give it a quick taste test just to see if it tastes the same. I don't see why it wouldn't, because, you know. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. It tastes like sweet potatoes. Personally, for whatever reason, sweet potatoes taste just like pumpkin pie to me. They're very similar. Okay, not bad at all. Let's start mixing up the others. The instructions for the bananas say to add 2 tablespoons of the product with 2 tablespoons of water. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Let me grab a bit of water. One, 2. Grab a spoon. Mix it on in. Let me show that mixing. See, it's mixing in really fast. Doesn't look bad at all. That is instant baby food. That mixed in incredibly fast. Now that I've added water, is it still going to smell the same? That's citrusy, or are we actually going to get a banana flavor now? Yeah, I can smell the banana, but it's not good at all. It smells quite terrible. I'm trying to think of something to compare that to. It smells like vomit. Not good at all. This, I thought it would have held up. Dry products usually held up. Not quite. That tastes nasty. Nasty. That did not hold up. Okay, so next product here. What do we have to add to this one? This one, 3 tablespoons of Heinz instant bananas to 1/4 cup water. I just cleaned out the measuring spoon. 3 tablespoons. Look at this. It's so crunchy. Look at that. I can't even get into it. It's so crunchy. 1. 2. Hear how crunchy that is? 3. Measuring cup, 1/4. I'm using this jar so I don't have to keep walking over to the sink to get materials. Did that really say 1/4? Or did I mess up? Because it seems, yeah, it says 1/4. This seems like a lot of water compared to the other one. But also, this one seems drier, so maybe it'll absorb that. Okay, so this one's more of a watery consistency. This one actually smells incredible. I just had to bring my nose closer for a better sniff, but from far away, I can actually smell this. This is making the room smell good, unlike the apples. Those apples were gross, but the bananas seem to have really held up, and you see it's starting to thicken. These were crunchy. It's taking longer to absorb, but it's working. Just going to keep doing this for a few more seconds. Let's get another sniff of that. It smells really good. Let's actually get another taste of this one. That's really good. I think I may have had Heinz baby food, not from the 80s, but from the early 2000s. That actually kind of brings back memories. I remember this flavor. It leaves an oatmeal tasting aftertaste. Hope this video was interesting. I'm going to reseal this in case in the future I think of something or somebody thinks of an experiment that could be done with these. Seal them back up. That was a good strong seal on that one. Old baby food. In my last video, maybe you remember me opening this jar up here, or this can, of the raisins from the 60s. I never did anything with them, but when I opened them up on camera, they were super dry. Look at this. Look at them now. Hear that? They're all stuck together and sticky now. In the past few weeks or so, they have absorbed so much moisture from the house. We're in 50% moisture, 50% humidity, I mean, and they absorbed it. Now they're soft and have an incredible aroma. They actually smell really good now.